Oh, Stephen Michael Crane. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a waiver. 23T711674. Okay. Your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Omar Shatra on behalf of the people, PH 6332.
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Judge McNally, P42633, on behalf of Mr. Crane.
Name, sir?
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Michael Crane.
All right. So this is going to be a waiver. Is that correct?
It is, Judge.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Crane?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you have the right to a preliminary examination on this charge. This is a 5-year felony. By waiving the right to an exam, you're waiving the requirement that the people show that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime, and you'll automatically be bound over for further proceedings to the Wayne County Circuit Court. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to give up your right to an exam?
No, Your Honor.
And you still wish to do that? You still wish to do that?
Forfeit, yes, Your Honor.
Oh, pardon?
You're asking if I want to do?
Yeah, you still wish to give up your right to an
Yes, sir.
exam, and
Yeah, I
nobody's
apologize.
forced you to do that, correct?
No, sir, not at all.
All right, I'm going to accept the waiver. I find the waiver has been made voluntarily and understandingly. You're bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. The AOI date will be March the 21. And then it says people need to address bond.
Yes, Your Honor. As the court knows, there's been a no contact, no go to order with the complaining witness. I've spoken to the OIC, who indicated to me that there has been contact, and I defer to the OIC to make a statement in regards to
Not since the last hearing. Can you stand up and tell me your name, please?
Sergeant Cavassos, Trenton PD.
What do we have?
There's information that was brought forward that the defendant was working with a family member of the victim to find out her whereabouts. So it was indirect contact.
Can you be more specific?
The information didn't specifically come to me. It came to one of the other officers that relayed that information to me.
That he was trying to get a hold of her through another.
Through her sister.
Is the sister here?
The sister's not here, Your Honor.
I'm going to make no assumptions, Mr. Crane. I'm going to make no assumptions. You're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble if you're having contact.
I promise.
Hey, listen to me.
Yes,
You're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble if you have contact. You're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble if you have contact. I want to make sure you understand what I just said.
100%.
You are going to get yourself in a lot of trouble if you continue to have contact. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Do you understand what I'm saying to
Yes,
you?
Your Honor.
All right, now, I don't mean anything by this, but except to say this. If I'm going to start revoking bonds or having hearings, I'm going to need something more than an officer telling the detective in charge that the sister was contacted when the sister isn't here. That's all I'm telling you, counsel. So I don't know what else anybody would like me to do, but I'm not going to, based on what I have here, revoke the bond. If somebody brought in the sister and the sister testified under oath, then I could make a factual determination.
Understood, yeah.
And that's the way I feel about it. If there's something else that you want to bring forth, I'll be more than happy to listen to you. But I can't, based on just what I've heard here, start revoking bonds. It's not appropriate. Is there something else that anybody has?
Nothing further for the people.
So in the future, if this happens, you can ask the sister to come in on the date of the exam. I know Mr. McCarty is going to talk to his client further and tell him that by having contact, he's doing nothing but making this case worse. I already found that he violated the no contact provision at least once, I think twice. And he's going to do nothing but make this worse for himself. And he has a GPS tether. And he's going to end up in custody if he keeps doing this kind of thing. You're looking at other charges too, if any of this is true. I'm not going to counsel you on that. You've got a lawyer. That's what I'm doing. March 21 is your AOI date. Otherwise, I'm continuing the bond, 10,000, 10%. I don't need to reiterate the bond conditions again, I don't believe. We've gone through this repeatedly. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. Your bond is currently at, I believe, 40,000, 10%. No. Wait a minute. How much did he post here? I thought I said 10,000 cash. Did I not?
You're not, Judge. 4,000.
I think the initial one, Your Honor, was 10,000 cash.
It might have been 10%.
February 16th. I'm not saying I'm incapable of making a mistake. I said 10,000 cash.
You said 10,000 cash, Your Honor, and then we had the hearing, and then you reduced it to 4,000 cash.
I see.
Correct.
Yes, 4,000 cash. I apologize. So it's a 4,000. You're right. That was at the initial bond violation swearing in, I believe. So I apologize. My mistake. The $4,000 cash bond is.
And Judge, at that last hearing, we discussed my client being allowed to return to the residence. The complaining witness no longer resides there. She was going to do a standby to retrieve effects that she wanted. I don't know if she exercised that right, but my client would like to return to his residence.
And can you come up here, Ms. Duclos, please? Good morning. Your name?
Hi,
I handle a lot of cases. I don't remember. Did you vacate that residence?
my cousin Anna and his sister Stacy were supposed to be in communication, and she never answered us back to let us know that she could let us in.
Wait a minute, slow down. Tell me that again.
Yeah.
We were given Stacy's number.
I don't know who Stacy is. You gotta start out.
Steven's sister.
Okay.
And
Do you live there?
they're not.
You don't have any intent to go back.
I would just like to get the little bit of my stuff, and that's it.
Do you have any ownership interest in that?
No.
Who owns the house?
Steven runs it, yeah.
Stephen rents it.
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes.
Give me a bond violation. I mean, a new bond sheet. All right, now, this is the concern, Mr. McCarty. I'm gonna cover that with you now. He has a tether on, right, Mr. McCarty?
He does.
Problem we're gonna have to work out is, I don't want, he's gonna have to go back to the county before he goes there because they're gonna, let me just make some notes and then I'll come back to it, okay? Is it DUCLO or DUC?
Yes, DUCLO.
Lisa,
Yes.
I want to make sure we take care of this so he's not taken into custody. I want him to go back there. I'm gonna let him go back there effective. Who's staying there now?
I'm not there. I don't know.
No one, Judge.
What do you have there?
Just the rest of my personal things.
You've never returned there since this incident?
No, I didn't want to be there by myself because they.
Okay. Okay. He has a tether on. I don't want him to violate his tether requirements. Is there somebody else that could let Ms. Duclos in with a police officer being in the hang on one second. With a police officer doing a standby? I don't really want Mr. Crane there as of this minute. Detective Cavazos, can you get an officer over there at a time that's convenient for everybody today?
Sure.
How about if we say that, can you get everything out of there, go there at 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. You're not to be within 2 miles of the victim, Mr. Crane, you're not to be within 2 miles of the victim, her residence or place of employment. You're not going to be released. I mean, I already wrote that. You're not to be released until fitted with a GPS tether. Defendant permitted to return to 32 Roerig in Trenton. But no later than 6 p.m. today. I'm sorry, no earlier than 6 p.m. You're going to have to go down to the tether unit. No contact with Kaylee Duco. Not to possess firearms or dangerous weapons, and no contact with prosecution witnesses. So you guys can plan on going there at 1 o'clock today. You and Detective Cavazos or whoever else from the department. And who is this in the back again, Mr. McCarty?
The sister and his mother. His sister Stacy said she could accommodate the 1 o'clock.
Okay, and that's Stacy who? What's her last name?
Crane.
Okay, so Stacy Crane will be there, and I'm going to have to send you back to the tether unit. So Lisa, you need to give him a piece of paper that tells him that I'm changing the bond conditions, and he can go back to 32 Roerig on or after 6 p.m. tonight. I can actually make it 3 p.m. Everybody's going to be there at 1 after 3 p.m. today. And the $4,000 cash bond is continued. Your arraignment on the information. Is there anything else you wanted, counsel?
No, thank you, Judge.
Nothing further for this case.
Nothing else, Mr. McCarty. So
No,
4,000 cash, March the 21st at 9 a.m. Take those conditions very seriously. Don't go back or near there until you go over and get the GPS tether, and it's at least 3 o'clock. You're gonna have to make it your way to the county before then. They'll give you a letter down the hall. Thank you very much.
Yeah.